Welcome to the new podcast show, The Truth with Dr. Ruth. Join us in the chat room as she shares her personal stories and thought-provoking discussions on various topics. Feel free to explore these podcasts and join the engaging conversations. Invite a friend to our discussion that goes beyond conventional narratives, fostering a community where truth and understanding prevail on the podcast show, The Truth with Dr. Ruth. See you there.
The Tragic Tale of Millicent Gittens. The story goes Millicent Gittens was murdered December 1, 1916. She was born at Westbury Road in 1894, but lived in Lightfoot Lane when she was off from work. On December 1, 1916, the serene landscape of Barbados was shattered by tragedy with the murder of Millicent Gittens. A resident of Lightfoot Lane in St. Michael, Millicent's life was intertwined with the challenges and aspirations of her time, a period marked by economic hardship and the quest for better opportunities. During the early 20th century, Barbados faced significant socio-economic difficulties, pushing many of its inhabitants to seek work beyond its shores. The island was experiencing a recession, and the once flourishing economy left countless families struggling to make ends meet. In search of prosperity, many Barbadians turned to neighboring Caribbean islands, with places like Brazil, Panama, and British Guiana becoming popular destinations for those yearning for a better life. In this context, Millicent found employment as a live-in maid for a prominent black family of teachers. This role was a testament to her industrious nature and resilience. Working for a well-to-do household, she contributed to the family's well-being while hoping for her own slice of a brighter future. However, her life took a tragic turn, culminating in an event that would leave a lasting imprint on the community and the historical narrative of Barbados. The circumstances surrounding Millicent's death remain shrouded in mystery and sorrow. Her murder not only marked the end of a young life filled with potential, but also highlighted the broader social issues faced by many Barbadians of her time. Millicent's story is a poignant reminder of the struggles endured by those navigating the complexities of life in an era of economic despair, as well as the enduring quest for dignity and opportunity. As Barbados reflects on its history, the tragic fate of Millicent Gittens stands as a memorial to the countless lives touched by both hope and hardship. Her memory lingers as a symbol of resilience and the continuing fight for a better tomorrow. As the days went by, Millicent Gittens' friendly relationship with James Bailey deepened. On a Friday afternoon, Bailey convinced her to leave her place of employment to sit with him under a silk cotton tree. He promised her something and told her she had to accompany him to get it. Millicent, trusting Bailey, agreed to join him on the journey. They set off from Fitz Village, accompanied by a friend of Bailey's. However, the friend soon became frustrated and tired, and decided to turn back. Millicent and Bailey continued on, chatting and laughing as they walked. That night, Bailey returned to his friend's home, claiming that Millicent had left him for another man, and had boarded a boat headed for Brazil. His friend found this story unusual but didn't question it further. The next day, when Millicent's employers didn't see her return home, they began to worry. They asked Bailey about her whereabouts, and he told them the same story, that Millicent had left him for another man, and was now on her way to Brazil. However, her employers didn't believe Bailey's tale. Millicent's clothes and money were still at her employer's home, and she wouldn't have left without saying goodbye. The strange behavior of Bailey raised suspicions among the community. Why was he spreading the news about Millicent's departure in multiple places? It seemed like he was trying to cover something up. The employers decided to report Millicent's disappearance to the police. The authorities immediately launched an investigation, questioning the friend who had accompanied Millicent and Bailey on their journey. They also asked questions around the neighborhood and surrounding areas, retracing the route they would have taken. The search continued into Sunday, with no leads or clues until they stumbled upon a bloody beach near Walmer Lodge. Following the trail of blood, they eventually arrived at a tank approximately 6 to 8 feet deep, partially filled with water. The tank was searched, and it was there that they finally found Millicent's body. The discovery of Millicent's body brought an end to the mystery surrounding her disappearance. But the tragic event also highlighted the darker aspects of human nature and the consequences of deception and manipulation. The story of Millicent Gittens serves as a reminder of the importance of trust and the devastating consequences of betrayal. The grim discovery of Millicent Gittens' body sent shockwaves through the community of Barbados. When her body was carefully removed from the tank, it revealed the horrifying truth. She was wrapped tightly with wire around her waist, and her face bore the marks of brutal violence. The signs of a struggle were evident, indicating that her life had come to a violent end. As the investigation deepened, James Bailey was placed under intense scrutiny. Despite the mounting evidence against him, he continued to vehemently proclaim his innocence. However, the facts told a different story. Bloodstains were discovered on a shirt that he had left hanging in a room at his workplace, raising serious questions about his involvement in Millicent's death. Eyewitnesses placed him near the tank multiple times leading up to the discovery of her body, further implicating him in the crime. Adding to the growing pile of evidence, witnesses recalled an encounter with Bailey shortly before Millicent went missing. He had approached a local woman and asked her for some wire, claiming he needed it for a project. The amount of wire he requested matched exactly with what had been found wrapped around Millicent's body, creating a damning connection. Despite his protests of innocence, the overwhelming circumstantial evidence led to Bailey's arrest. The trial that followed captivated the community, as members of the public gathered to witness the proceedings. Testimonies from friends, neighbors, and investigators painted a chilling picture of the events that led to Millicent's untimely demise. In the end, the jury found Bailey guilty of her murder. The tragedy of Millicent Gittens reverberated through the hearts of those who knew her, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. To commemorate her life and the injustices she faced, the local community began to share a folk song that told the story of Millicent. With every verse, the haunting refrain, "Millie gone to Brazil," reminded them of both her tragic fate and the lessons learned about trust, betrayal, and the importance of striving for justice. Thus, the tale of Millicent Gittens became etched in the collective memory of Barbados, serving as both a cautionary tale and a tribute to the resilience of the human spirit. Even as the years passed, her story continued to be recounted, ensuring that her memory would never be forgotten. Here is the old folk song about Millie gone to Brazil. Millie gone to Brazil. Oh Lord, poor Millie. Millie gone to Brazil. Oh Lord, poor Millie. Wid da wire tie up she waist, and a razor cut up she face. Millie down in da well. Oh Lord, poor Millie. Millie down in da well. Oh Lord, poor Millie. Wid da wire tie up she waist, and a razor cut up she face. The story of Millicent Gittens serves as a reminder of the importance of trust and the devastating consequences of betrayal. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Therefore, you would not miss out on new content. And whose truth? No other than Dr. Ruth.